Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Consumer Friend podcast. My name is Adam Carter, and over the course of the next, year, 2 years, however long we're going to be around for, we are aiming to produce these podcasts in terms of giving consumer education around consumers' rights when they're buying either services, products, or digital content. I am with my two business partners. We've started the company Consumer Friend, and they are Louise Baxter and Sophie Mons. Louise, would you like to introduce yourself?
Firstly, Adam, I'd like to be a little bit more ambitious than 1 to 2 years of us being around. And secondly, and I think we're more than your business partners, we're your friends. I'm Lou, depending on the day. I'm Lou Baxter. I have been in trading standards for 20 years. I have a bit of a passion for consumer education and trying to educate people on consumer vulnerability and trying to understand why people make the decisions they do. Excited today to be here. Soph, over to you.
I'm Sophie. I have been in trading standards for 14 years now, working in the scams team with both Lou and Adam for my sins. Prior to that, I was a PCSO, so I've been in the public sector for quite a long time now. My passions are very similar to those of Louise, which revolve around accessible consumer education on various platforms. So we've got loads of great upcoming social media content that we will be putting out there, which I think will make consumer education much more accessible, and about changing the language and stigma associated with consumer vulnerability. So I'm really excited to be part of this new project and make some changes. Adam.
Hi. So I guess I'm kind of the baby of the team. I've only been with, not in terms of age, just in terms of experience. I've only been with Trading Standards for around 4 years. I came into the National Trading Standards Scams team to help relaunch the Scam Marshal project. And what it kind of showed me was how consumer vulnerability and how people's situations can really affect the decisions that they make. And it's something that's really, really stuck to me. And I'm delighted to be part of this team to try and get some really good, decent consumer education out there that's not boring, not rubbish and just tiresome and dull. We're going to try and have some fun with it and try and get some education out to all sorts of people across all different demographics.
Absolutely. So for us, Consumer Friend, which is consumerfriend.org.uk, is about making consumer rights easy to understand. So making it a bit more proactive and a bit more relatable, aren't we? We're going to try and use some of the... Adam, talk to us about TikTok. What do you know about TikTok?
I know absolutely nothing about TikTok.
Didn't you call it... I think you called it TokTik the
other day. In terms of social media, I am absolutely rubbish with anything social media. So that's where you guys come in.
Thank God for Sophie, that's all I'm going to say. Because without Sophie, we wouldn't be very relatable.
I don't know about that. I don't think I'm very relatable. It's all a whole new learning process for me. It makes me feel vulnerable because I don't really know what I'm doing. But it's all these videos you have to make and words you have to put on the screen. It's interesting, but it will be a great way to get information out there to younger people because predominantly 16 to 24-year-olds use TikTok. So again, demographic, like Adam said earlier, a group of people that perhaps we don't target very well at the moment with regards to consumer education. I don't think there is a great deal out there in general with regards to consumer education. I don't know. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think there's so little?
Do we take it back a little bit and explain what we mean by consumer education as well? Because when we're talking about that, it's quite a broad subject. So for us, our focus is going to be around if you buy something and it's wrong. So we're seeing, like, even my daughter who's 12 buys things on the internet now and they could be wrong. So fake goods, how do you shop safely online? If you need some work doing in your house, how do you get a good trader? I mean, again, there's so many different platforms on the internet and we're expecting people to navigate what is a complex marketplace and to decipher that information and to know how to identify which trader to use and which product to actually buy. So we're trying to simplify that by providing clear sort of written information, but also video information and the TikToks or the TokToks or whatever Adam calls them to try and provide that information out to people so it's proactive. So when they're not waiting for a problem to arise, they actually have that level of knowledge when they go to buy those things or to engage with those services.
What about Trained In 2?
Oh, Trained In 2. So everything we do you'll be able to read it in 2 minutes, or you'll be able to watch it in 2 minutes. And we try to keep it as plain English as we possibly can, so that we're sometimes people that work in regulation, and we'll be accused of this sometimes, have a lot of assumed knowledge. So we've tried to keep it as simple as we possibly can, so that anybody can read it and understand it.
Yeah, legislation is very boring to read. Every time someone gives me something to read like that, I tend to fall asleep after the first 3 or 4 lines, and then nothing goes in. I need lots of different information in lots of different formats so that it can all go in.
Pictures? Do you need pictures, Ad?
I need pictures with crayons and stuff like that. Perfect, thank you very much. So yes, we've got the website, we've got consumerfriend.org.uk. Please visit the website and go and have a little look at what we're trying to build. It's very new at the moment. Any feedback gratefully received, but it's also something that's going to grow and evolve over time. We're going to produce these podcasts hopefully every fortnight, every 2 weeks, and they're going to concentrate on an individual topic, hopefully with some fun involved, some stories, some case studies around each individual topic, such as buying online, finding a good trader. And also we're going to talk and look a bit into retrofitting homes, which is something that's going to be very topical over the next probably 20 years as we move towards net zero to 2050. Is there anybody else wants to talk about?
We might have some exciting guest speakers as well on the podcast to come and talk to us about different. And do you know what? Some real people that might talk about their real life experiences of buying something or trying to engage with a service. Under promise, over deliver, always.
That's exactly right. So yeah, this is just an introductory podcast. So please like and subscribe. However you do that, I haven't figured out how to put anything onto Spotify or Apple Podcasts yet, but hopefully I'll have figured that out by 2023. So please like and subscribe, and look out for any new podcasts in the future. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.